Uh, I need to figure that out. Like Windows Update are really annoying sometimes when they just cause problems like that. Noah, you there? Yeah, my computer crashed. I don't know if it's happening to anybody else. Like today, right after Windows Update, my computer just kept crashing. I don't know. Yeah, me too. For now. If it crashes again, I'm just gonna be like... No! No, my computer crashed. So yeah. Yeah. Yeah, already it's back on stream now. I just have to set a few things back up again. Like it never crashes, and then today I did the Windows update and then it crashed 4 times already. Hey David, hey again. Yeah, I'll probably save the video and we'll just I'll put them together again and I'll upload it the normal way. I haven't done that in a long time. Definitely annoying. The thing is, I can't even, like, I'm trying to figure out what the problem is. That couldn't give me different error codes every time, so I don't even know what the... I hope it's something that Microsoft did and that they can just fix it in the next patch. Cause my window wasn't crashing before. I don't know, I need to go to, like, do some research to see if anybody else is expressing that problem. Okay. More. Okay, back to join. Thanks. I don't even know what method I'm using right now. It is kind of half. me see if I can put the highlighting here. There's some hair, I'll deal with it later. The lips, okay. Let me see if I can answer the question. I want to make sure. I can't ever tell how loud the music is on the viewer's end. Okay, another question. What is the advantage of using? This is actually not my own style. This is actually the style. But okay, of using this style of drawing than what I usually watch most on YouTube. They always start in the left eye. Yeah. I used to do that a lot too. I start with one of the eyes. It's fun to do. It's just not a. Imagine if you're drawing something, or or you're designing something, or you're designing a character, or you're drawing something on the fly, or you're drawing a live model in front of you. You have to be able to capture the form and essence and something really fast, right? And you have to then... Basically, my point is, like, you want to capture the form and the pose, the expression, whatever, as soon as you can. Details you can always add in later. You can always add in as much details you want later on. And when you cannot do that, you're limited to just basically copying images, right? Just copying pictures. Precisely. But let's say I'm your art director. I'm like, okay, this guy looks good, but let's move his face tilt to 45 degrees to the left and make his arm, you know, go up a little bit and change his perspective this way, that way, and you gotta be able to produce the result within the next half an hour. What are you gonna do? You're gonna draw like. You can start with a tiny little dot on the eyes and start doing. No, it doesn't work. So it doesn't work in a legitimate like gaming design, like not concept art territory, right? So now let's talk about fine art. Fine art, people are looking more and more for style. They're looking for something that's interesting, that's beyond just something that's just realistic. Because everybody does something that's realistic these days. So if you're doing something that starts from one point, and then which means you're essentially rendering the drawing out very realistically, okay? The next person who's going to do the same thing is going to have a very similar result. Won't make you too like. It's not as interesting as somebody who's doing the drawing as a whole and then create something that's very stylized and very unique and very personalized. That's just there's a lot more reasons to that too, but that's just my opinion. Obviously, I'm not saying I'm not authority or anything. There's no authority in art. But on YouTube it works very well. I know that because I do it too before, because people like to see things that's very realistic. But then it's about one of the few, besides that and some very successful hyper-realism artists. This was the only place that I see that is, you know, it's well received. Otherwise, it's kind of like very like almost like a beginner stage. You might need showing that work to like a art director or a museum director or a room full of other artists. It's like they're like, okay, what can you do beyond copying pixels? You know, what can you do beyond just copying colors and pixels, which we can all do, like which like a decent second-year art students can do. That's the thing. Like I guarantee you, go go ask like any of those artists that does like those things. None of them are working for a company or have experience in the industry. That's the thing. Because there's no way that would happen. Like some of them may be very successful at fine art galleries, but then again, those are also the guys that you don't see that start out with an eye. There's they don't generally start out with an eye. They generally start out with like a form, entire form, and then they slowly add details like everywhere, and as they bring joy to life. Like look at the professional artists on not YouTube artists, but professional artists who have a lot of success elsewhere. 9 out of 10, they don't do that way. They don't draw that way. 9 out of 10. There's always exceptions, of course. Yeah, like a while back when I did the drawing for the film Salinger. A while back when I did the drawing for the film Salinger, they don't have good references for me to even use because the writer, the documentary, and they had like a very tiny picture that's about the size of my thumb of Salinger's like face and stuff, and I had to do like a large rendering of it and have it look decent. How can I do it like one eye at a time? I have to look at the guy, get a feel of what he looks like, and then start from the large forms, which is the only information that I have, and then I add in the details. Because I literally cannot do it any other way, but this way allows me to do it. And that's just the feel that I can think of in my head. Nothing's wrong with that particular method. It's limiting in certain ways. That's all. I use it sometimes. I use it all the time. Yeah, nothing wrong with it. Hey Saj. Yeah, I have never actually stopped, so it sucks. Just like YouTube just doesn't send out notification to my subscribers anymore at some point. So, but I'm glad to see you. One of my old subscribers. See, now you can use the eraser to create the highlights. So for example, there's some highlights here. Her nose is actually a little bit of there's a little bit of structure and angle, and I need to bring this eye. Honestly, I feel like I should bring this eye a little bit down or that eye a little bit up. I'm not sure which one yet. So basically, if you want to make a living as an artist, and if you're doing that method if you can only do that method where you start with one eye, one little bit, and you draw like a little bit at a time, you better hope your YouTube channel gets really big, right? That's the only way. Roughly speaking, I mean, this I kind of know to be fairly true. Bum bum. Yeah, I stream all the time. But apparently, even if you like turn the bell on, apparently it doesn't even notify you sometimes often. So nothing's for certain. Nothing's for certain right now. I think I made her a little bit skinnier, a little bit like somebody else. But this is a tough one. This is something that normally I would have to spend a lot more time and just be a lot more careful with everything. Spend a lot more time. No, there's little things that should tweak everywhere, not just right eye. Yeah, I hope what I said is, which is obvious. I'll say it again always, just for safety reasons. It's just my opinion, even though it's kind of true if you think about it. If you spend 20 hours doing something with graphite, it's like, okay, you'll spend 30 hours to impress some family and friends. For most people, I mean, there's always, 1 in 1,000 that would find some luck with it, but generally speaking, right, it's just not a... Because the problem is like, okay, another problem is like, okay, you take something like hyperrealism, and assuming you're not an artist that's already famous already. If you're already popular, you can kind of do whatever, and your name will sell. But let's say you're just a beginner artist, and you want to I don't know, make it out there. You want to make a living as an artist, and you didn't learn how to draw properly. So you know how to do, well, not properly, but you didn't learn how to draw with style besides hyperrealism style, right? Which is translating pixels over pixel. It's like a printing style, right? So you go to a gallery, assuming you're the gallery director. Okay, now you are the gallery director. What are you gonna do? You have 20 guys that's very good at hyperrealism. They're gonna show their portfolio, and they all look exactly like each other's drawing, because that's what hyperrealism is. It looks just like a picture, right? And those 20 guys, none of them are well-known artists. What are you gonna do? And also, there's tons of that stuff online, and people get used to that kind of stuff very quickly. And that skill cannot really be translated to too much else. You cannot use that skill to do concept art. You cannot design like a Marvel character. You cannot work on a film studio. You cannot work for a game studio. What are you gonna do? Maybe if you get very popular on social media, that's one avenue. But besides that, I can't really think of much else. Hey, Vinyl Arts. I got a lot of angles and proportions so off in this drawing, but that's okay. It's definitely the the eyes that I'm just not doing it right at all. But the thing is, if I want to do a drawing that's like really like accurate, it'd just be so much slower. I mean, sometimes I'll get lucky and I'll do a really accurate drawing even when I'm drawing fast, and I'm reading stream, and I'm reading text and chats and responding to them. Ba-da-da-da. See, her nose, the shape of her nose is very different. That's why to make a portrait accurate is that there's so many little things you have to keep on tweaking. Her forehead here is wider, right? It's like little things like that. Comes up to like here, and the hair is like actually here. So her forehead is quite a bit wider. It's like I'm using her as a model to draw somebody else, cause make it hyper realistic. Why would I want to do that? Why would I want to do something that everybody else is doing? Just someone in comments said make it hyper realistic. I'm just like, I just ranted a little bit. I just ranted for like a while about it. Not even rant. It's just I like this. It's definitely a great style. I'm just pointing out it's objectively what I think are its limitations and some of the issues. It's if you find a like percentage-wise, right? Not just a lucky feel. If you find in general hyper-realist artists making a great living of art, let me know, because that's the information that I don't know. I don't know. That's some new information to me. It's really cool. It's really cool. It's just yeah, it's really cool, but it's not something that I want to do for fun. Basically, I'll do it, yeah. 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 Okay, her face is so angular. I feel like her face is very angular in mine. Hi, Marie. I'm trying to pronounce it as many different ways as I can. Good morning. Wow, where are you from? Good morning. Interesting. I mean, I can think of a potential few places you could be from, but Australia? That'd be really cool. Australia time, yeah, hours. Australia over there would be early, but what about doing challenges? What kind of challenges? I like to do them. I just don't. Every time there is a challenge that I want to do, I just end up forgetting about it. I just end up got caught up in other stuff, and just, yeah. Philippines. Okay. And also, when you draw from a reference, like sometimes it's really important to me that I make the drawing look exactly like the reference. That happens, right? And sometimes I don't really care about that part too much. I kind of just like the lighting, the angle, and I kind of just draw, and I don't pay too much about proportion in that regard. If I draw a celebrity or commission, obviously, it's a different story. But sometimes when I draw drawings like this, I'll try to make it like her, but if it doesn't, I honestly don't spend the same amount of effort as I would normally on trying to figure out exactly what went wrong and try to fix it and everything. It's like not a big deal if it's doesn't look like the person 100%. Because that wasn't really the goal of of all my drawings nor all my streams. But when I had to stream, when I do stream and I draw a celebrity or somebody that's when the pressure is on. That's when like, oh no, I gotta make sure this looks, this looks like the person at minimum. I think it's also her hair. The way I did her hair, it makes her feel like there's very different too. There's all different part that I'm doing that's very different from the drawing. Yeah, I'm co-streaming. Although I have done double drawings before with my left and right hand, but not stuff like this. Right now I'm co-streaming. Co-stream, that's an interesting word. That's a new word coming out. 5 years ago that wasn't a thing, I don't think. Well, it narrows it down, certainly. How little it narrows it down? Well, it depends, because there are countries that are more... I have data, I know who watches my channel more, and they have different... There are some countries that have better internet, more widespread internet infrastructure. So, and also, by the way, their typing and their language, right? Their grammar and everything. So it does narrow it down, but yeah, not obviously. They still leave a lot of options. If somebody just tell me, oh yeah, their time, considering there's what 200 or something, 200 plus country in the world. Oh man, I am so like just not paying as attention as I should be right now. I mean, I guess I'll look through this a little bit and make it look a little bit more like the picture if I wanted to, I guess. Okay, eyebrow. Okay, so it's really just nose, shape of the nose and the eyes. There's a tiny little bit. Okay, let me just... I find talk to people more interesting. Do you consider charcoal a more advanced medium? I would not use the word more advanced. I would use the word more versatile. It's a more versatile medium. It's a more... I don't know. How should I say it? It's a more wholesome medium, if that makes any sense, because it allows you to create value from the brightest bright to darkest dark. This is something that, and you can do, and the amount of stuff you can do with it, because charcoal is so easily to manipulate, right? So it's just different. It's a more, versatile medium. There's a reason why almost all the art schools use charcoal. Fine art schools, they use charcoal. You don't walk in there and see graphite pencils unless you're going to a design school or graphic design, or architecture school, which is totally different. But I'm talking about like realistic drawing and shading. It's all charcoal. There's a reason for that. It's not out of a coincidence. So in that sense, yes, charcoal is something more advanced learning institutions tend to use more often than graphite, objectively speaking. I'm trying to watch what I say. I'm trying to make sure watch what I say. You struggle with charcoal too, especially in blending. Yeah, charcoal that's why it's more powerful, but it's also, it's slightly more difficult in certain things like blending. It's like, I don't know. I'm trying to think of a crazy analogy, but it's like flying an airplane. Is flying an airplane faster than a car? Sure, but it's hell of a lot more difficult. You know, like. So. But charcoal is not as much difficult. It's just a little bit different. So I don't want people to get scared by charcoal. If you saw the beginning of this stream, you see how messy early on everything goes. But now you see I can start tweaking things. I can start messing around and fixing things if I wanted to. Even though it doesn't really look like the reference. I'm trying to. Honestly, I should make the lighting a little bit more stronger in contrast. Yeah. It's just an analogy. It's I was actually talking to. Oh yeah, I was talking to my one of my housemate about. He was talking to me about playing Call of Duty on Xbox versus with like a first-person shooter on Xbox versus on PC, right? And I said it's much easier to play first-person shooter with a mouse on PC. That's because crossplay, you know, controller is going to have a disadvantage with regarding to first-person shooters. Then he says like, well, that means first-person shooters on PC is much easier, right? I'm just like, not really, because you use the mouse on PC, now you are able to do a lot more stuff. You have to be a lot more quicker versus other people who are using the mouse. Like some of the most craziest first-person shooter, the most pure first-person shooter, like Quake Live, Unreal Tournament. Those are not easy games. Those are actually extremely difficult games. You know, just because it beats Xbox at the controller doesn't mean that itself is easy. That goes with the airplane, the car analogy. You know, just because airplane beats car in speed doesn't mean it's easier to drive or control than the car. It's just, yeah, it's different things. So you could have something that's more difficult, but in comparison, one would beat the other. So charcoal is, in my opinion, more difficult to master than graphite, but in comparison, you know, you have it's very beneficial. To be completely honest, you have drawn a completely different person than the one in the picture. I agree. This is totally different than the person in the picture, but I have also talked about. See what I mean? Like I've also talked about like sometimes I focus more on make the drawing look exactly what the reference is. Sometimes I don't. I mean, I did try. I mean, at the beginning, obviously, I used that as. I don't think I even draw any guidelines at the beginning. You know, so. So it's not like my goal for this drawing is, that's the thing. My goal for different streams and different art is different things. Like if somebody's paying me like $1,000 for a commission, you bet your ass I'm gonna have it look just like the whoever they want me to draw. But when I'm just like hanging out with you guys and just relaxing and just that's not really the priority that I'm going for right now. I mean, I'm still gonna tweak in it and we'll see what happens. But then again, like I said, it's not what I have done so many streams and live streams and live joins where it actually turned out to look like the reference image, and I have done a lot where it doesn't look like the reference image at all. So it depends. And sometimes I just draw something and I like to create, and then you start to look like start to look like somebody else, and I like to just keep going and have this be like a person that I created. So yeah. Yeah. See, right now, if I want to turn this into that drawing, I probably have to spend an hour just tweaking little details everywhere. I don't know if I want to do that, honestly. Because there's so many videos that I already have that I do that. So let me turn the contrast. I'm trying to adjust the camera so that what you see is pretty much what I see, but it's not exactly the same. I really want to make this lighting dramatic because it seems like really fun. So, right, from here to here. And this. I should make some tutorials, or I should follow some tutorials. Both is true. And there are plenty of live streams where I draw pretty much where my focus was to be accurate, which, to be honest, after 10 years gets a little boring after sometimes. Gets a little boring sometimes. I don't know. Someone said I should follow some tutorials. I don't know I'm not sure what he means. Whether I should make some or should I follow some? I don't understand what you mean. Thank you, Judo. Art is not a competition, it's not a comparison. Like, they compete, like, I'm pretty sure I'm drawing more realistic than Picasso, but I don't think I'm doing like better job than, you know, like, it's just for fun. It is necessary to teach whatever you have learned. What do you mean necessary? What? I'm not sure what necessary in this case means. Is that like a artist's code? I don't recognize that one. I don't recognize that. Like, does anybody like become a teacher to teach whatever expert they are at their field? I don't know. I mean, I like to. I personally enjoy it, but I'm just saying, like, it's not. I don't think it's necessary. And plus, these streams, I'm always talking about different things, right? I'm talking about form. I'm always teaching different materials in the streams. Just not always the same thing. Nor do I always draw in the same way with the same goal. So. Dun, 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 dun. But you know, all criticisms are great. I love to hear them. You also have to be able to just understand where it's coming from, understand where the person is coming from, and then and then take all that into consideration. But it's all valid. It's all valid. Yeah, that's a good practice to do. Just to take a break and so you have a fresh point of view. So you have a fresh point of view. Definitely. The Lumens method. Lumens is cool. Yeah, look it up. Lumens method. It's very well known. Well, no, I mean yes, but that's actually one of the general rules in art, in portrait in general. Lumens method. It's there's a book. You can just honestly, you can just Google the picture Lumens method, and you can just see it. It's just, yeah. Yeah. It's no. He's a very famous artist. Very. You know, sometimes my streams nobody will mention it. Sometimes somebody will mention, like, in my streams to be like you'd be mentioned 10 times in a row. Like different topics come up with in my streams, like different streams at different. Like for this stream, I would pick the word like hyperrealism. We would all be like passed out right now. I cannot barely see what side of the hair it's like on this side. Oh, I handle alcohol very well. You'll see no. There's some of my best streams with the best joint that I've done is when I'm on to like I handle that very well. The one guy says we should play a game like every time somebody mentions the word, like I don't know, pick one like hyperrealism. We'll take a shot and we'll slowly get drunk and see where the art goes. Creative thinks how much hours or minutes you usually spend on these on average? 2 hours. On stream, usually like an hour. Maybe an hour to 2 hours. Because a lot of times I'm stopping, I'm reading stuff, and I'm stopping and I'm reading stuff. So I'm not exactly like fully on there, fully working and thinking. Which is actually about roughly the average time I think most charcoal artists spend on a portrait, really. I have a small blending stump. I don't know where that is. That'd be really. What's this? I'll use this. I'll grab whatever tool I have around. Thanks. Hey, Duke, do you remember this reference? I got it. I think It's the one you posted, the latest one. I mean, I didn't. You should go back and watch the this stream. Hopefully, well, it died halfway, and I had to. I'll probably pierce together into a whole video later on. It'll give you some idea. Honestly, like I didn't even think about that. If I think about this was like a patron's reference, I probably should I would pay a lot more attention to, like, make it look like the person exactly. Like, I don't know. Because I kind of skipped the entire proportion part. I didn't do everything here, just eyeball it off the bat, so that's why it's a little off. Yeah. Well, I used to, but these days apparently I just have to go on Patreon and you just have the reference image for me. Right. Professional talk. Going ratio. Yeah, I use that for composition sometimes, but for those of you who are not sure what that is, you can just Google it. There's so much information about it online. But going ratio is not exactly it's a particular thing that you can use to see if it works for you. It's not a secret bullet that will make you fame and fortunes. But it can certainly improve if you use it properly. That's for sure. That's for sure. So Duke, what are you working on right now? You're working on something. You seem to be always like doing drawings lately. Get a 2B or softer. I would recommend, and just not be afraid to make really dark tones. Honestly, just get in there and test this out. Dive in, really. Dive in. Don't try to think of how to do it, then dive in. You dive in, then you figure out how to do it. Which applies to most things in life, except, of course, skydiving. Skydiving, if at first you don't succeed, it's not for you. Oh, there is? Really? That's on my bucket list. No. I have done gliding, but not skydiving. No. Must be amazing. Skydiving? Yeah. Yeah, I'll do it. I'm comfortable with heights and stuff. I'll do it. Yeah. Feel so once you reach terminal velocity, it must be so fun. I wonder what it feels like. It's like. You don't feel like you're falling. You just feel like the wind just hit you. Yeah, you're falling for what, 10-15 minutes, right? 10 minutes or something like that. How much does something like that cost? Didn't say. That's not that bad. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend it every day unless you become an instructor, right? Yeah. Hi Patrick, how's it going? No, we're not talking about anything. I talk about a lot of random stuff, but right now we're just kind of relaxing at this moment. The lips should be darker at the bottom, obviously. I'm like you right now, Noah. I'm drawing her sister instead of her. Seriously. There's a whole bunch of little things that I see that and you drew her like younger sister as usual. As usual. I'm telling you, you drew her little sister, her little cousin. Yeah, exactly. Hey, Captain Hook said he's 2 seconds younger. Oh, you're twins? Oh, actually, you have to be twins. His name Noah. So Noah, do you have a twin brother, by any chance? Is this guy? Yeah, cause this guy, cause this commentator says his 2 second younger brother is named Noah. So I'm like, that must be you, cause everybody named Noah is the same person, obviously. Exactly. I might do a few quick sketches for fun, cause just. Like, you guys can even pick celebrities. I'll draw celebrities. I'll do a few quick sketches. I used to do that so often too. I used to do like just quick sketches on stream of like celebrities. Yeah, why don't you guys pick some celebrity for me to draw, and I'll do like a 5-minute sketch after this is done. Just because I feel like it. Hopefully somebody interesting with, a unique look. Dun, 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 dun. See, that's one of the things I don't really like about putting up like a reference image. It's good early on that I'm talking about different shadows and how I do the shadow mapping and everything in terms of the process, but then people get hung up on whether it looks like the reference image. Then they start looking at the drawing as a drawing by itself. This is one of the reasons I don't really show reference image. It's just because you never know what the goal and intention of the artist is, and sometimes it can serve as distraction in that sense. Lana, I already drew her before. Anna Sophia Rock. Who is that? I see Vino art a lot, so I might take your word on it. I need to find out who that is. I'm sorry, I'm not as versed with all things celebrity as some people. Okay. Steam book. That one's too easy. It's not too easy, obviously. Wow, I know her now. Wow, she's hard to draw, Anna, cause she doesn't have any a super standout features. There are some, obviously, with the eyebrow and the cheekbones and everything, but nothing that stands out extremely like heavy. Pretty girl. like different, you like different angles of photography with different lighting. She looks like almost very different person, and that's what lightings can do, you know. So. No, what's the shadow above her lips? Notice how dark it is on the left side. Oh man, Vino R give me a really tough one. Let me check out some of the other suggestions. Samara. Oh, Samara Weaving, she's so pretty. She's so pretty. She got her break in The Babysitter, I believe, and then the latest Spix movie she starred in was the one where, you know, I don't want to spoil it for anybody, but she's the bride to be and the house with the tradition. You know what I'm talking about, right? So she's in the house, they're playing the game. You got it? Yeah. She's tough to draw too, cause you could easily screw up and they'll end up look like, you know, other people. You guys are like give me tough drawings. Really good drawings for like future ones though. If I would do like a really a long session where I was really just gonna pay attention and make sure everything's spot on. Those would be really excellent choices. I just noticed that her eye fold here is a little bit too low. Not that I just noticed it while Alright, so this is a good. Let's say you drawing based on a reference image, and let's say you're doing something like what I'm doing. Okay, let's say you did a horrible job like I did this time in terms of likeness, but not so horrible that it's fixable, right? Because I can tell by roughly the right scenes are in the right location. And what would you do is that you just have to really try to figure out what make your drawing looks different from her drawing. So the few things that I can notice, and when I point this out, you guys will be able to see, oh, I cannot unsync, right? So few rare things that for her drawing, her entire bottom face looks like it's a lot skinnier, right? Because why? Because this angle here, I turned towards inwards a lot sooner. So if you look at the image, you see that her face comes down. So her face is like this. Whatever, I'll draw on paper. It doesn't matter. So her face is more like this, right? While in my drawing it's more like this, right? So now that I did, you guys can compare the image to the reference. You can see, especially on this side, the left side, especially on this side, you see that now you cannot unsee it, right? you have to be able to recognize stuff like that, as if you want to start to fix up your images, and then that's one part. Then you start looking at the lips, the eyes, and all the little things, and notice all the little parts and where are things different, because that's going to make a world of difference once you spend a decent amount of time. Oh man, okay. Samara, she's almost like, she's so pretty. Like, I feel like she deserves like an entire, like an actual drawing, a drawing. You know what I mean? A drawing. Cause I can do a quick sketch of her, and I think I can do a decent job. Cause she actually have despite how pretty she is, she actually have a fairly unique set of features. I think I can, just because they're all like kind of, I don't know. It's tricky. Not like Keanu Reeves. Like guys are always easier, you know. So basically, if I want to make her jaws here, it's actually just ever so slightly. Oh god. Matt Damon's easy. I love and I have drawn Matt Damon many times in the past. I think I'll save the Samara for like an actual drawing in the future, and where I would actually spend maybe like an hour and a half and actually make it look I have to make it look like her, right? So I'll save that one. It's a great suggestion though. Great suggestion. Great suggestion, Judo. And same with the other one, Anna. She's also very, very tough to draw. I believe why she look so familiar? God damn it! What movie was she in recently? SpongeBob. SpongeBob. It takes some special ability to screw up SpongeBob. Like. You see, also notice also who said, all right, Jonathan, you said you cannot see it. Here another one that's easier for you to see and notice. Look at the chain, right? Look at this line I have here. It's roughly about 40 degrees. I would say it's like here. When in the reference image, it's actually about 33 degrees. It's actually here. So they're not parallel. That's why her entire bottom part of her face, it feels a little bit more skinnier than the reference image. Can you see that now? Like this line here. I mean, so let's say if you cared enough to tweak it, you would say, okay, I'll tweak it a little bit. Maybe I'll do Matt Damon just because I love the Bourne series so much. I'll do a really quick sketch of Matt Damon. Matt Damon. So it's probably like. Matt Damon? Matt Damon is in a bunch, so many movies, like, okay, he was Batman in the Snyderverse. But before that he did, obviously the Bourne, the most successful one. There's a whole bunch of other. He and Ben Affleck have a whole bunch of movies together. The one with Robin Williams, like it's not your fault. It's not your fault. I don't know if you remember that one. He plays a genius. What's it called? Oh, Good Will Hunting. Good Will Hunting. That's another one. Yeah, Matt Damon's in a whole bunch of. Yeah. Let Judo. Departed. Yes, he's in that. Yep. Cop movie. And her right eye. You see the shadow of her eye here is actually a little bit more pronounced than what I draw. And her eyes is wider. Her eyes wider, opens a little bit wider than what I draw here. Just a little. Just a little. So if I keep doing this and keep doing this and keep doing this for another hour, it's gonna start to look like more and more like the reference. I think just by the little tweak that I did, it's already starting to look more like it than before. But I kind of want to do a quick sketch of Matt Damon. Matt Damon. Yeah, I think I'll do that. The goal of this particular stream, if you guys, I'll see if I can re-upload later because my computer crashed in the middle of it. If I manage to get the files, I'll re-upload later. The thing to take away is just the process. How I do the shadows first, the shadow mapping, and then I kind of smudge the whole thing to an even mid-tone, and then I added back the dark tones, and then I use my eraser to block in the highlights, right? So like there's stuff on the neck and so on if I want to spend time doing, and I'm blocking the highlights and so on. And there's clothes, which also if you want to put highlight somewhere, generally it's a good idea to have the surroundings be a lot darker so the highlight can be seen more clearly, which is one of the reasons I always like the background, to add it like a dark background. Okay, alright, let me do a quick sketch of Matt Damon and show some people that I can actually make somebody look like somebody if I wanted to, if I care to. Matt Damon. Even though I've been doing it for like 10 years, but it's okay. But it's like, whatever. I really like the Bourne version of Matt Damon. Like I don't know. I kind of want to find it. Like Bourne. Jason Bourne. I'll do a profile one. I'll do one for fun. I'll do one for fun for profile. Alright guys, 5 to 10 minute sketch of Mr. Matt Damon. This will be the reference is body double. Like she's royalty. She cannot be, you know, it's gotta be safe. She needs a body double. Okay, let's do Matt Damon. This is actually a really nice reference. I might do like another one. I might do another one that's where I would just focus on just get it really, really close at some point. Okay. Do I have my charcoal pencil? God. Try to think. Okay, yeah. Let me do something a little different. I always do like the face. Let me do like a profile or something. I'm just studying a little bit for now. Okay. Graphite pencil is very good if you want to do sketches. Okay, if you want to do, but charcoal pencil is also very good for doing that too. La 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 la. Wait, I want to time myself. 9:18. I'll give myself 12 minutes. Minutes. To draw Matt Damon. Although I picked the semi-profile one, so it's slightly. I don't know if that made it easier or harder, but we'll see. Good thing my computer hasn't died again. Like that would have been a pain in the ass. Okay. See, now I'm actually doing. Okay, tall. Oh god, 10 minutes ago. Where has 2 minutes gone? Actually, I already did some of the part that I really. Well, let's hope the portion part is accurate. What's it? His nose is kind of. So when you do sketches, like obviously you have to rely on outlines. This is like I know this is not generally they don't call it this, but this is actually more like actual speed drawing. Even though they call the time lapse speed drawing. And Devin has a very interesting, very unique eyebrow, and that kind of deep eyebrow, and especially if he does frown a little bit, it makes sense a little bit easier. Noah, you seen the stream? Does start looking like Matt Damon to you yet? It's all right. It's all right. I mean, it's not. I mean, it's not like solo or winning, you know, in Modern Warfare, but it's something. It's not like buy you back 10 times in Modern Warfare, but it's something. Oh god. I actually do pretty well. Like sometimes I don't know why. Like one game I switched my bullets to. Instead of the 47, instead of the 50 round, I switched to the 35, the 31, the 35 one. I mean, because that one makes the in Modern Warfare, I switched the bullet from the 35 round. I mean the 50 round to the 35 round, which give you less, give you more mobility and faster aim side aiming, right? It just the 30 round, and I think I got like first in like like in one of the death matches. Like I got like first and then third in deathmatch, just because it's so fast. I can start aiming so fast. I don't know if just psychologically speaking, you know, I'm just like, but I really like what's the thing you have, the perk where you just you make no noise. I feel like it makes me run faster too. Is that just me psychologically thinking about that, or does it actually make me run faster? Seriously? Oh, okay, so it's not just me, because every time I turn on, I feel like I'm starting moving faster. I'm like, really? What the hell? Wait, why am I smudging? This is supposed to be like a... Oh my god, I had 5 minutes ago. I started to draw like my normal way. I started smudging the lips. I'm like, this is supposed to be a sketch. Oh god. Forgot about it. Like smudging. Like no, you don't have time to smudge, bro. Now it looks like you're wearing lipsticks, but I'm gonna have to just make it much lighter. There. Did you try drawing this one? No, this one yes. This one, oh no, my previous one I just kind of do it just like really fast off, cause I want to show shadow mapping more than anything else. This one I want to draw my demon within 12 minutes and I have 4 minutes left. I have 4 minutes left, guys. Game over, man. It's all over. Ugh. Sketch the hair. I'm just gonna sketch the hair. Oh god, the year, oh god. The year is... Three minutes. It should be like a TikTok, tick da 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 da. just in case, just for the added pressure. This is actually direction of the hair too. And then okay, switch to different pens. Switch to something. Where's my compressed charcoal? There we go. Two minutes. Betty Johnson, 2 minutes. One minute, okay. I have time to do some fine tuning. Maybe. Some straight hair. Okay, I think that's enough. That's actually 11 minutes. I still have 1 minute to go. No, his nose is actually quite like that. His nose, like if I send it down, it won't look like him anymore. You can tell. Okay. Matt Damon. All right. Good enough. 12 minutes. Good enough. I feel like cheating just like doing few. Yeah. I feel like cheating. I'm cheating a little bit. Adding a few more shading here. It's actually kind of fun. Like, do it really, really fast. Oh god. Matt Damon. See, the area right here, above your lips, like right here, make it a little bit darker. You see what I mean? Yeah, about your drawing above her lips, on one of the sides, is actually way lighter, way darker than it actually is. Yeah. No, it's just that part there, and then the few other little proportions, like one of the eyes. Yeah. But then again, I didn't do that great with the proportion myself on this one, so it's whatever. Yeah, this is a drawing that I did the other day. I might upload it with Chris. I think. Do I have the reference image for that drawing? Let me see if I can find it. I'll show you guys. I did it with my other friend Chris. Still try to find it and upload it if I get a chance to. There, that was my. This was the drawing that I did the other day with my other friend Chris. Not to be confused with what Noah is drawing right now. He did a really interesting style too. He did totally different style than mine. This one obviously I paid more attention to everything. Yeah. But you guys made some good suggestions regarding some of the other potential drawing art subjects to draw. And the day before that, I think I did this drawing. I did this drawing. I don't know where this drawing is. It's in my channel somewhere. So if you want to see that, that's a girl from Eat, and she's also a girl from This Is Not Happening or something like that on Netflix. But yeah. Alright guys, I will try to stream a lot more. Thanks for watching. Go to my channel if you have any questions regarding anything, like what tools I use, what blending stuff I use. I probably have a video on that already in the channel or on my Patreon website. And make sure you subscribe and turn the bell on and blah 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 if you want to see more streams like this in the future. I'll be doing a lot more. And thank you guys for watching. Have a great day.